Welcome to Mr. Yu's Unthinkable, where we explore the ideas and craft of building thinking classrooms. In this episode, I'd like to talk about the importance of closing. Now, during group work, students working very hard on each question, the synthesized questions that you provide, and they are questioning, they are talking, they are explaining to each other. If you can actually look into what students might be thinking at that point, is students can complete a nice solution on the whiteboard because they have each other's support, because they have each other's prompts and questions. So in each of their mind, their ideas are still kind of scattered and not so much organized at that point. So it's very important for students to have these group understanding transition to individual understanding at the closing time. And without it, and you might have had this experience before where you had the short lesson, you had the group work, and you thought the group work would be maybe 15-20 minutes, but you got involved and students got involved and we all got excited, and before you know it, the 40 minutes passed and then it's the end of the class and you have to dismiss the students. And when that happens, students have all these great ideas but not necessarily organized and scattered at that point, and when they come back the next day or day after, students actually don't remember what they did in class. And that happens more often than not because the ideas are still not consolidated and they're not organized at that point. So the closing time is very, very important for students to transition from a group understanding to individual understanding. And to accomplish it, it is suggested that at least 1/3 of the lesson time is spent on closing. And then closing activities are typically suggested one or two of the three things. The first one is consolidation as a group, and second thing is making your own notes. Instead of taking notes, making notes is what's suggested, and then the third one is checking understanding questions. So if you do one or two of the three things at the end of the class, students will be more likely to feel comfortable with what they learned, and they will be able to clarify and identify what they learned that day. The goal of the closing is for students to, like I said, group understanding to individual understanding. And to do that, students need to go through the phase of organizing their thought and then structuralizing their thought and then formalizing their thought. So by doing so, students will be able to feel comfortable leaving the class and coming back next day and knowing what they did the day before. I'd like to get into more detail of each of these three closing activities: consolidation as a group, making the notes, and then check your understanding questions. Thank you for watching.